Hello. Hi. My name is Jim. If you subscribe to this channel, you probably know me a little bit. But just phoned up for. I just got. I phoned up for a bit of a chat. I just would like a little bit of a chat actually, because I've been watching stuff on this afternoon. I've been watching Tommy Robinson this afternoon. God, I've just had a shave. I look like my bloody mother did when she was old. God, we're getting old. I'll tell you a bit about my background. Born on a council estate. Um, Spent my childhood moving from council estate to council estate to council estate. Basically, back in the 60s, when I was a kid, if you needed to move a council house, the best way to do it was to there was a sort of like a almost like a bulletin board, not a computer-based bulletin board, but a board where you could actually put your name and say, we want to move from this house, with this area to this area, and they'd match people up who wanted to move, say, from London to Bristol, Bristol to London, or something like that, which is what we did. And people would swap houses. You do a house swap, and it was quite a good way. It sort of like empowered the working class to be able to be manoeuvrable, so they could go with their work, or they could go with their jobs and everything like that. It was really quite a good little system. Very Margaret Thatcher put paid to all that sort of thing anyway, by selling off the houses, to the working class. You can own your own house. Yeah, sure you can. Yeah. That didn't work out well. That's another story. I can go into that actually. I think it's about 95% of all ex-council houses are owned by one or two people nowadays. But I've been watching Tommy Robinson this afternoon on the MEP sort of like talk and everything like that, and I saw he got attacked by Muslims and everything like that yesterday, which is divide and conquer. Yeah. The one thing that the being working class, although people don't realise I'm working class, I can hide it quite well now. But I am proud of being working class, and I am working class, and being working class, especially like me, when you live in a very middle class area with middle class people around. It's always. I moved to a village. It was sort of had lots of incomers in from outside. I just got sick of the town, so I moved to the country like years and years ago, about 25, 30 years ago. And all these sort of like people kept inviting me to dinner, and they're saying, "Hey, you'll never get accepted by the locals, you know." And the thing was, it was a working class village, really. The locals were all working class. And to be quite honest, I got on with them like that, and we got on fine. And I love them. They're still great. The few that are left, the middle class have taken over. And once the middle class incomers sort of realised that I wasn't middle class, I was a working class oik from council estates, they dropped me like a hot stone, which they do, because they have absolutely no respect for the working class. The middle class despise the working class. They do. They despise us. I've been amongst them all my life, and when you hear them talking about the oi polloi and everything like that, when they're in private and everything, when they're in selective company, they let the guard down, and they basically we're animals. We're nothing less than animals. And the upper class, well, I've met a few in my time. I've been around the block a few times, to be quite honest. I'm 60 years old now, so I've been around the block a few times. But all I like to say is it would be just nice within my lifetime for the working class people to actually get together and unite a little bit. We've lost the Labour Party. The Labour Party have never ever been for the working class. If you read a book called The Road to Wigan Pier, George Orwell, again, I know he wrote 1984, An Animal Farm, but The Road to Wigan Pier is a book to read. because in that he describes how sort of like tweedy socialists, middle class socialists, patronise the working class because they just want to sort of like get them to vote for them. Now the Labour Party nowadays are not working class. They're all sort of like totally middle class. They hate the working class. And they don't trust the working class. So that's why they're importing all these sort of immigrants in, so they can import in new voters that are going to vote for the Labour Party. And if you go into sort of immigrant communities and everything like that within this country, they are being sold a pup insofar as they're voting for the Labour Party. But the Labour Party don't give a toss about them either. The Labour Party just wants power. All these political parties just want power. Now the distinctions we're getting nowadays is like, that the white working class people are fascists. Because that's the label they're sticking on anybody who, as a white working class person, are questioning the sort of powers that be. You must be a fascist. Well, for me, I've got to be honest with you, the distinctions between left and right are irrelevant nowadays. They're completely irrelevant. We've got the left, we've got the Marxists, more disillusioned middle class people. You don't get many working class Marxists. You just don't. I mean, if you look at what happened to the working class in Russia and all the communist countries off to the gulag and wiped out, you look at, working class people have never had any power. I was watching Tommy Robinson today in Liverpool, speaking from his soapbox. Literally, he's on a bloody soapbox in a council estate, and all power to him. All power to him. He's given his bloody all to it, but he's got an uphill struggle. He's got an uphill struggle because the whole media and everything, they all hate the working class. I mean, I've been working with the media for years in different formats and things like that, for films and for TV, for media, for music and things like that. And my God, do they, they hate the oi polloi. Again, they hate them. They just think they're absolute animals. And so everything. But the thing is, like, I watched this thing where in Oldham, the police brought the Muslim Defence League to attack Tommy Robinson and his supporters. The police did. Look, if you're white and you're working class, right, okay, there ain't nobody gonna do anything for you. There's nobody to look after you. The Labour Party, no, never were for you anyway. The police, no, forget the police. They ain't gonna look after you, right, okay. Your teachers, your schools, your doctors, your priests, your vicars, none of them care about you. They don't. The only people that can look after the white working class or the brown working class, the black working class, all the working class in this country is ourselves. And the only way we can ever get anything is if we club together and we join forces. Because united we could be legion. United we could be phenomenal. But it's getting us together. I mean, I can't even get my family together. I'm estranged from all my bleeding family. Even my closest family, I'm not talking about my own wife and my family, because they're good, solid, working class people. They're good people, my wife. I married into another decent working class family. And they're good. Their family good and strong. But my family, they stab you in the back. Ross picking your pocket. No. Kev, that's not you. But there are certain members of my family that does apply to. Anyway, look, Kimmy, no, that ain't you either. But anyway, what's to be done? I'm going to be interviewing Anne-Marie Waters. I think she's one of the few people that stands up for the working class people. But she's a lone voice. We're all lone voices. Anyway, I've been gabbling on for 10 minutes now. Have good luck, peace, and vote Tommy, and vote Carl Benjamin.